Namaste, beloveds. I am back again. I had to kind of fix things. I've gone away and had dinner and come back and took some makeup off and put some more on and all that good stuff. But I'm here to finish up this reading. So, again, um, I'm going to try to put these together, edit these together. I am techie challenged, I guess you could call it, and I'm gonna do my best. And if I can't do it that way, it'll be a part 1 and a part 2. So just so you know, and for that reason, I'm going to just go over the cards. This one is Initiation, Spiritual Teachings of Ra and the Lady Isis, and I hope you can see it. There we go. And the second one was Divine Sisterhood. I love Hathor and Isis and Nephthys. Divine Sisterhood. And the third one was Wings of Isis. Wings of Isis showed up in the last one as well. I'm going to just go back over some things as far as the Divine Sisterhood. And here we go. Letting the Divine Feminine nourish you now into new relationships, collaborations, community, and friendships is very wise. There are many souls with whom you have spiritual contacts decided upon before you were born, who wish to help you and whom you can help too as you grow together in peace and light and wisdom. Your light has value on its own, and of course, but it is also of deep service when it is visible to others, lighting the way. Stars. You are guided to allow the beloved Isis to help you now through community. There can be strength in numbers. Community can help you gain the added power of group effort to rise above the old patterns and lift each other into the new patterns that are so much more real and beautiful. In unity with the divine in each other, we grow and we become capable of such wonders. Mother Isis says that there is so much light awakening within our planet and so much spiritual light gifted to Earth from celestial beings at this time that it makes sense to build a large enough container to receive it. Groups that are willing to learn to connect at heart level, honoring each other as divine beings, can become capable of calling in and receiving tremendous forces of light in service to humanity and the earth. If you had enough electricity to power a city, you wouldn't try to fit it in one house. Likewise, with all this spiritual electricity becoming available on the earth, groups are needed to help it to circulate and flow. You are wise and grounded enough within yourself not to lose yourself in a group, and instead to help a group become a community of honoring individuals. Your leadership by example is important, as groups can sometimes descend to the lowest energetic vibration if the members fall into their egos rather than staying in their hearts. Yet, if the members can stay in their hearts, the group can lift each other up rather than pull each other down. The oracle of the Divine Sisterhood is based on the love between the goddesses of ancient Egypt, Hathor, Isis, Bastet, Sekhmet, and more. They are often pictured with similar symbols and headdresses and share some iconography that helps us realize that although they are divine individual beings, they are connected as unique expressions of something greater. And beloved, this is so important right now, simply because the show that I'm going to be doing is speaking of the selves and the multiple selves. And when you deal with the Nida, who are the quote unquote gods of ancient Egypt, they are the gods of natures, individual natures, okay? And these natures are within, and we have to nurture these natures, and we have to understand which nature is presenting itself. So we have our own divine sisterhood and brotherhood within us, as well as we need one without us, outside of us, our own community. You get what I'm saying? Okay. If you accept all of this but still cannot find your spiritual home here and have been wondering where your community is, you are not alone. They are looking for you too. Say yes to opportunities to meet like-minded people and let Isis guide you through circumstances, opportunities, and spontaneous moments as you and your beloved sisters and brothers find each other together for group benefit. And beloved, this is general, this is for all of us, but I'm really feeling that it's really speaking to me right now, simply because I have been looking at a goddess tour that is taking place in Egypt. And beloveds, I don't even have a passport. I have never been out of the United States. And this is something totally over my head, in my head, but my heart is saying, I feel the calling. I feel the calling. I feel the yearning to put the soles of my feet on that earth, on that sand, on that land. I am consumed with a need to feel that energy too. I've been told, Grandfather Kwame Sunhorse said that I'm like a sponge, and lately with this new moon, I'm a brand new sponge. I'm ready to soak up so much stuff. The other sponges that soaked up stuff, and they've been tossed aside because they're dead and they're wasted and they're old now. And I am reactivated to a point where I'm so ready for all this new, vibrant energy, information, ways of being, learning, living, feeling, thinking. I'm just ready. I'm ready for it. And like I said, this is really speaking to me because this is something I've been speaking of. It's something these cards have been repeating in a lot of the readings that I've been giving. They're showing up over and over, and I'm here to tell you, I have the whole deck. Okay, I'm not just pulling these cards, but these are the cards that keep coming up, and they're coming up with this repeating because there's emphasis that needs to be put on it. Okay, let me keep going. Here we go. This is also guidance that you are moving into empowerment of your own divine feminine and are capable of helping others enter into theirs. The role of the divine sisterhood is about empowering all, not one above the other, and growing in wisdom through listening and sharing, through allowing for the uniqueness of all beings and encouraging all to grow with a win-win perspective. And beloveds, this is where I am right now. I have been having these conversations with some people. Some of them I have had to let go because they are too stuck in the third dimension, with their thinking and with their feeling and with their values when it comes to where we are going in the Aquarian age. You know, the vibration that's needed, the understanding that's needed. It's not about skin color, beloveds. It's about your ability to shine, your ability to vibrate at a high frequency. It's about understanding that Mama made us all, you know, and that there has been so much blending that it is no longer about the color of skin. It is about the content of character. It is about what is in your heart. It is about the nature of you. You know, who are you in that Netaru? You know, who are you? Which part of you do you feed the most? Which part do you call on? Are you knowledgeable of yourselves when you're acting out, when you're reaching, when you're needing, when you're depressed, when you're happy, when you're sad, when you're feeling sexy, you know, when you're feeling beautiful, when you're feeling like a good mommy, you know, when you're feeling grandmotherly. There's so much. When you're feeling professional, when you're feeling ghetto. I mean, there's so many different aspects to our natures. To limit ourselves to one is to totally miss the essence of God, because God is all about expression. You know, we're so caught up in this, God is a male, God is female, God is male, God is both. God is she, he, and it. Okay? And that's the kind of thinking that we have got to get back into. This is what the ancients knew. And they used this understanding to plant the crops, to fix buildings in certain areas, to make rituals, to do things, to have those that serve this and those that do that. All of that is very important, beloveds. Okay, let's see. If you are in a community but are finding that the group ego is becoming more powerful than the group soul, and the ego of the community is pulling you down rather than lifting you up, then this oracle says to trust in the divine feminine to lead you onwards. Give your best and most truthful expression and effort. But if this community is not of a vibration that can work for you, then move on without judgment or fear. Just move on and trust that with the law of magnetism, you will attract yourself into a community that has the best vibration for you. If you have found that you have guidance to build community yourself and are feeling a little overwhelmed by the thought, stay calm and stay in your heart. Allow yourself to collaborate with others. I gotta learn how to play nice. Allow yourself to collaborate with others and work in smaller groups in connection with each other as a way to build community together. It will happen naturally. The Divine Sisterhood will guide you if you ask for their assistance with unconditional love. And beloveds, there is a ritual, but I'm not going to read it. I am just going to read the prayer of Divine Sisterhood. Beloved Isis, please help me find my beloved brothers and sisters of unconditional love on the inner planes and in this world of forms. Guide me to healthy community that helps me grow with unconditional love, where I can find my rightful place and be my true inner self. Thank you. May I have the courage, wisdom, and openness of heart to trust your guidance and act on it of my own free will. So be it. Okay? And we're going to get to the last one. Wings of Isis, excuse me. Wings of Isis, beloveds. And this is the last card for tonight. And that's on 208. Again, that is a 10. Also the number 1. Let's see. 108. I don't know why I keep going to 180, but okay. Here we go. Nope. Hold on. Is it 180? It's 208. Okay. 208. Also 10, you guys. See, I'm skipping all ahead of myself. Okay, here we go. Wings of Isis. Uniting the angelic self. You have a special spiritual relationship with the angelic worlds. Part of your soul purpose is to birth angelic consciousness and values such as fearlessness, compassion, and service into this human culture. This oracle brings you angelic assistance and intervention and confirmation that any impressions you may have had that you belong not only to the human kingdom but also to the angelic one are correct. You have a special spiritual relationship with the angels, worlds, and are helping to birth angelic qualities of fearlessness, light, service to the greater good, and alignment of divine will into human form. This is no small task, and although you are well equipped to succeed, there are beings that wish to assist you so that they may grow too, and your success may be more graceful and swift. Isis, divine winged mother, goddess and angel of healing, wishes to assist you with unconditional love now. You are guided to accept angelic assistance and ask for Lady Isis, who loves you unconditionally, to assist you with integrating angelic energies into your consciousness and life. You will be asked to lift yourself up to higher and higher vibrational states of awareness, and this may mean letting go of certain relationships, practices, or states of being, or even particular habits or thought patterns that would lower your vibration into fear, doubt, or shame. And beloveds, this is so important because so many of us, we don't need outside forces to put us in these states. We allow our own selves, we allow our mind to beat our own ass with our own thoughts and with our own feelings because we don't know how to center and ground ourselves and face these things. And what this is saying is that we don't have to face them alone. We can ask for guidance. There's always guidance available. And that's very important, beloved, because so many times we get so lost in our head and in our own darkness and playing with our own shadow selves and indulging them in their pity parties, in their bouts of anger, in their bouts of jealousy and resentments, and that we get carried away and we don't know how to step out of that. And it's only a prayer away. It's only, not right now. I don't think so. Switch, change it. Learn to do things that shake up your energy. You can do that with your intention. It don't take nothing but you ain't got to buy no wine. You ain't got to turn no cards. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to go to somebody else. All you have to do is know that you can change your vibration. You can change your energy. You can clean it, you can direct it, you can do whatever you need to do with it. But you've got to own it. You've got to know. Okay. Give yourself permission to just let this happen. You do not need to force anything. It is a matter of softening, allowing, and trusting what feels right for you. With absolute faith and bold radical acceptance, it will be okay. There are others like you on this planet, beloved initiate. Though far from the majority, you occupy a special role in the evolution of human consciousness as it connects more deeply and twines with the natural world. The more you accept this part of you, the more you shall draw into your world others like you. You will just feel comfortable with each other because you all hold a similar refined vibration. Even in the midst of ordinary everyday relationship, there is a sense of easy connection, mutual understanding, and spiritual acknowledgement. This oracle is also a confirmation that if you have been asking to connect with your angel, praying to a particular angel or archangel, or have been thinking more about angels lately, that genuine connection has been made between you and the angelic kingdom. The angels send you love and peace now and say, "We are with you, beloved one." I'm going to read the incantation. Angel goddess wings of white, help my angelic soul take flight. I call upon angelic intervention, align my life with divine perfection. My soul and inner angel are one. In my body, integration has begun. Angel goddess wings of love, you protect me from below and above. And beloved, that is those cards. And again, if you looked at the beginning, the first video, these cards just popped out of themselves. They just popped out of the deck, and this was the bottom card. These two, the sisterhood and the initiation, are the first ones, and they're found on the first one if you didn't hear the first card. And this one is just the last two cards. And beloveds, this again is a forerunner to a show that I'm doing tomorrow on my Blog Talk radio show, Honeycomb Conversations. The Greatest Love of All is the title, and the greatest love of all is loving yourself. It's about really getting intimate with yourself, really setting a sacred relationship with yourself, and being true to that self, being loyal to that self, inviting that self forward, and making it comfortable for that self, making that self feel protected and necessary. It is so important to call those aspects of ourselves that we have learned to hide or push back or repress back into our beings now, because we need that energy. That energy is a part of it. If there was a fierceness to you, and you were a girl, and you were told girls are supposed to be soft, and girls are supposed to be nice and sweet, and girls don't swear like sailors, Valerie, or have potty mouths, there are parts of you that need to express itself just like that in order to get its message across in the way and in the energy that is necessary. Don't feel ashamed of it, even if somebody else does not approve of the kind of language that you're using, the subject matter that you're speaking on, the way you look, any of it. Don't you worry about that. You are loving yourself. You are starting a relationship with yourself. You are journeying into the land of you. Your path is to your truer, higher selves. All of them integrated, loved, accepted, no matter how light and bright and shiny and glittery, no matter how darty, dark and dirty, huh? Darty. No matter how dirty, no matter how dark, no matter how nasty, no matter how grimy, no matter how gritty, no matter how raw, no matter how freaky, none of that matters. It's a part of you. It's in you. That's what being human is all about. You need to allow, like what the card said. You have to allow. And you have to take away the shame and the blame and the guilt. But before you can take away the shame, the blame, and the guilt, you have to confront it. You have to let that part of you, you have to be present with that part of you that holds that shame, that holds that guilt, that feels that weight. And you have to converse with yourself. You have to write, journal, listen to music, dance, play an instrument, draw, clean, whatever it is that frees you. Free yourself. And all the while you're doing all of this, talk to yourself. Speak it. Speak the change that you want. That's shaking up that vibration, beloveds. That's dispersing that energy, and that's loving yourself. That's that's becoming the greatest love of all. And that's, so when you see me all sparkly and it's not because of a man or I've hit the jackpot or the lottery in a worldly way, sense of manner, in a physical 3D kind of place. No, I've hit the spiritual jackpot, and it's really good. It's really good because in practicing, see, not just speaking blah 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 blah. No, you can tell those that just speak because they're saying the same old things, doing the same old things, and more than likely got the same old energies around them while they're doing it. But those who are growing and changing, their environments are growing and changing. The way they dress is growing and changing. The way they look is growing and changing. Because they're different aspects of their being and their DNA and everything else just pinging all over the place. Nerves and synapses and everything. We are beautifully made, beloveds. We really are. And I'm not talking about what we look like on the outside. I'm talking about how brilliantly crafted and gifted we are. And we don't have a clue. So, okay, beloveds, that's I said this wasn't going to go that long, and I was done with that, but I look at it this way. The first video was about 30 minutes, and this one is about 30 minutes as well. So, I tried. I really tried. I will put the information in the bottom of this video about the show tomorrow, where to find it. I'll put the link there. Also, I'm on Facebook, Valerie Ames. It'll be plastered all over that. And that's really all I have to say right now, beloveds. I just want to say that this new moon energy is very powerful, and I am hoping that many of you are open to receive the blessings, the messages, the energy, the light, the unconditional love of it. Namaste, beloveds. Be loved and be blessed. This is Motherwood Wisdom, aka Valerie Ames. Listen to the show and begin a brand new relationship on your journey to finding the greatest love of all, yourself. Namaste, beloveds.